Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ DePalma, with the better host, JY, and the bestest host, Claire Bays. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Hello. Oh, Carlos already in the chat. Just
So I don't know which one it is. It's probably I assume it's a TFX photo, and the one that we used that you made, by the way. Just to be clear, I didn't make the thumbnail. He's talking about the thumbnail, whatever you're in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm guessing it's from TFX because that's the only ones that you cross, or Beach Brawl.
No, that's Beach Brawl.
I was gonna say, if it's TFX, I feel like they bought those rights, but Beach Brawl, they probably didn't buy those rights.
I mean, that doesn't even make sense though, because Beach Brawl, he's the media team, and that was, I don't know. Did you send me that directly or did you post it, Carlos? Do you need me to Venmo you $50? What do you need? Oh, you went out again.
Don't be that guy, Carlos. The last thing you want to be is looked at like Halpin.
Oh no, I mean Carlos is the GOAT.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. How's semifinal prep coming?
I'm training for grid league.
Okay, nice.
So we pivoted. We don't even
very little of the things that you need to do well at semifinals are happening.
I mean, like I feel like I'm kind of
20%, assuming there's a battery test and a strength test.
Yeah, like I feel like I've already put the work in for semifinals as far as like aerobically and gymnasticsally. Like, I mean, I could keep training that stuff and get marginally better, or kind of kill two birds with one stone. I was told there'd be heavier stuff, more power output stuff at semifinals. I was told that in quarterfinals too. So we'll see. But if there is, then I'm kind of training for semifinals just by trying to be strong again.
Strong.
Well, like I tried to do some stuff that I was doing in grid league last year, or like
didn't go that well.
Like the harder stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I can't do it near as fast as I could still do it. It's just not as fast. And I was like, oh no, like I'm not strong anymore. So no, I'm trying to get strong again, getting explosive stuff like that.
Cool.
So wait, how far off were you? Like from whatever numbers you were hitting with the speed that you were hitting, like how far off do you feel like you are?
It's there. I just one strength cycle and I'll be back. Like
what, 6 weeks, 8 weeks? I don't know what that means.
No, it's like 10 weeks. But okay. Again, like I can do all the stuff, just not as fast. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I mean, obviously I'm still doing CrossFit stuff. I'll probably, handstand walk and rope climb and do some GHDs, you know what I mean, every week, get that type of volume in. No, I'm not going full grid body. I never want to get to that ever again. I had a goal in mind and I had to get there to do it. I don't want to ever do that again. I want to clean like 390, and I'd love to snatch 315 at like 204.
What are you right now?
203, 204. I'm 199.
I was going to say, you're like the leanest you've been in a very long time right now, right?
Yeah. And I'm weak. It shows.
How much did you weigh last year when you were doing grid?
211.
Okay. So it's a bulk, but it's not like you didn't put on 40 pounds for this.
No. But I mean, it felt like that. I
can only imagine what it takes for you to bulk based on what little I do know about your dietary choices.
Lineage. Oh, I was gonna say what his parents are, but I understand.
I just gotta eat a lot.
More fair life.
Do you have any idea what your caloric? Have I asked you that before? How many calories do you consume a day? Do you have any idea?
Like 3,000.
Okay, and so whenever you're trying to get your grid body, what are you turning it up to? Like 4,000?
3,500. No. I'm very small both ways. Like if I want to lose weight, it's 2,500, and I do way more aerobic stuff and volume, and then
CJ's being 12. That's fine. Keep going.
And then if I want to get big, I go a little bit past the homeostasis line of my calories, and I lift all the time. So obviously there's a like mathematical way I go about it. Not so much for eating, but like training. Yeah. So I'm hoping I'm going to eat the same, except for drink Ovaltine at night. Like I cut that out when I'm trying to get small. And it sucks. Like I hate it. Ovaltine, it helps me go to sleep.
Do you put that in your cereal? Do you drink it straight?
No, I eat my cereal dry. I don't drink it with milk.
Okay. All right. Well, that checks for you. Okay.
So
we don't try to make sense of his choices. We just accept them.
No, I always try to make sense of them. And they still, because my brain doesn't operate like that. But
I'm not upping my calories or anything. I'm just staying at 3,000, and I'm just lifting more and doing less running.
If you had gotten a special invite, if you had managed to get into an in-person semi,
sure,
would you still be training for grid, or would you be training for the semifinal?
I think I'd probably be training for the semifinal. But,
yeah, 100%. Because the goal would be not to finish last. And
yeah.
If you gapped anyone,
to be fair though,
no, John, stop. There's no way, unless fucking JR.
Will you listen?
Sure.
If the stuff that I'm not gonna be last at, it would benefit me to train for grid that stuff, because I can either be 10th place or freaking maybe win the event. Like just the stuff that I'm going to be good at. And that's all grid stuff.
We got to write. We need to write the competition that is balanced, but allows John to not get last. Every
competition there is, dude, at the CrossFit games, I've done the math on this. And if I'm third place in the squat workout, which is what my max squat would be, whether I can do that or not on the 5th event, I don't know. If I'm third place on that and I'm 15th in the handstand push-up workout, I can get last in every single other workout, and I'm not last. Because last place literally takes like third to last to last in every single event. I will always have 2 events,
a couple of home runs
that are going to be at least top 10, right? I mean, they're freaks, and I can't recover the way they can, but at least top 10. And that will always put me above last place. Doesn't mean I'm fitter, but in said competition, I would place higher. Does that make sense? Than a Tiago loses. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
The maths, unfortunately,
again, it doesn't make me fitter, but but if I got a special invite, I'm just saying training for grid league might not be that bad, because I'm just making my home runs more of a home run.
Yeah, and the other things, you're not going to be able to pull them up enough to make a difference.
Or I could train to be not last place in every event, and maybe that happens, maybe that doesn't. Because you got to think, everybody that got invited, way fitter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. I think your dad was trying to say advantageous. But
I think so too.
Well, I mean, like,
how many YouTube accounts does he have? Does he just change his picture regularly?
I think he just changes it for whatever he's feeling, whatever mood he's in.
Got it.
The online semis, like, I get, like, I might have a power output and I might have a max out, but you got to be top 7 to be relevant. Like, it doesn't matter.
Are you still going to do online semis?
Yeah, no, I'll still do it. I would love to be top 1,000. I was 1,400 in quarterfinals. And
when's your first grid match?
That doesn't feel unreasonable.
30th.
Okay. I don't think there's, I mean, we talked about it. I think there will only be 500 at the most that sign up for online semis.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't think 1,400 are going to sign up.
I thought you said it like a lot of people would sign up for semis. I thought,
and then I started chewing on it, and I was like,
you started coming over.
I did.
Walking it back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Yeah, I did. Well, I started chewing on it, and we just looked at how it went last year and how many people were invited. I think there was only like 500 out of 1,000. So I think 50% is always like your general number. I think masters will show up a little better than individuals. But I mean, I would love to be wrong, right? would love to be wrong about that. And 1,200 sign up, but I just don't see that happening.
Well,
So-
whatever I rank in semi, that's what I'm going to put on my profile. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like
500 fittest in the world.
500. Yeah.
Honestly, why not though?
Right.
Like that's actually
I'm going to. I feel like it's legitimate. I did all the things, and that's where I came out at.
Yep. For sure.
John, I heard. Why am I blanking right this second? He is the demo video, the guy in the red shirt for everything. Hobart. My goodness.
Hobart.
Yep. Thank you. I just heard Hobart say about people who hate on the open. He said, even the people who hate on the open, they don't hate it. They're just concerned about it. And I was like, well, that is John Young if I've ever heard of it. So it really made me think of you, not just for the open, but for quarterfinals as well. It's not that you hate it. It's that you're concerned.
I just want it to be better.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
You know.
All of my complaints are just for it to be better.
Yeah. So speaking of better, Mayhem's first workout is out. I know that we were looking at that board full of everything last week, but did either one of you watch the video of Froning doing it? I haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
What were your thoughts?
I mean, he just does what Rich does. It looks like he's not trying at all, and he puts up probably a fucking monstrous time. But to be fair, that's pretty wheelhousey of his ability still, I would assume, without squatting and any type of heavy barbell. That's still super impressive. I mean, he just moves. Falls,
I think that would be a really fun one-on-one for like a whole competition.
Do you think that you'll do that workout?
Rich and Taylor?
Taylor would blast. I think Taylor's the best athlete on the planet for that workout.
No, not that workout. In a whole competition, I think that would be a fun one-on-one. They would never do it. Taylor would. I don't think Rich would ever do it. But just Taylor and Rich one-on-one for 7 events, or like, I guess there has to be other people for the scores to match up. It would just be, I think that would be a good competition because
I'm curious if Taylor smashed it in 3, then how many, like what percentage of the field do we think are actually going to get through that?
I mean, Taylor's probably best in the world at this type of stuff. Like he's probably top 5 in the world.
Did he finish within well within the 3? I have not seen it yet either.
I mean, he would have had to have done 33 on average a minute.
Okay.
That's a lot. I mean, but his GHGs, he's like 35 to 37 a minute, which is a blistering pace, and he just doesn't slow down. What was the ski calorie? Was it 25?
25. I think somebody like Saxon could probably do it.
If they, and I think it comes down to
maybe
someone small
because he could out ski everybody.
And Roman's exceptional toe to bar. He won that toe to bar workout. The toe to bar workout. That's a stupid thing to call it. 23.1. He didn't he win that?
Yeah.
But I mean, he did like 40-10.
There was 2 sets of 60 cal rows though. Like
that's true. But I mean, I felt like his toes to bar were huge. Like he went,
they're great.
25.
If they were superior to the field, then at the end of the day, we're still going to see that probably even if
there's I don't think
another
implement that the GHG volume isn't enough to like, I don't want to say it's not enough to slow them down in time, but they're so, exactly. So I can see Roman winning that, or a small guy that can just keep the ski intensity up.
Dude, Colton, I know, but Colton's great at skiing.
He is great at skiing.
And his toe to bar volume, or like it's going to be faster than everybody's. His GHGs are not faster than everybody's, but he's a guy that his midline won't break.
Right. It'll be good.
What about the girls? Do we anticipate any other girls being able to finish this within 3?
Haley.
You think Haley? Oh, well, I mean, she's also a Mayhem girl.
I do. What's funny is like I don't pick Haley to be a podium or anything, but I mean, she might win this event. Paige Rogers.
Her GHG.
Paige Rogers.
I was gonna say
is very good at midline, and she's bigger. Paige might even be like,
I mean, I expect her to be on the podium at the games potentially. So, like, I would expect her to just be pretty fit all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just starting this specific workout. Her midline is fantastic. She doesn't GHG as fast as Haley does, but I just think she's fitter than Haley. My money probably would still be on Haley in this workout.
Haley's GHG speed is just like almost unmatched.
It's Justin Medeiros.
Yeah, for sure. It's so fast.
Yeah, so that's gonna
is Mayhem a behind the tape line, on the tape line? Don't give a fuck for the GHG.
Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know.
because that standardizes the field for a lot of people, right? Like the bigger guys.
Should.
Oh, for sure. I agree. I mean, I think the bent knee, like no standard is silly, but
I don't know if their ego will get in the way because JR did it, but they should.
Oh, to do the line.
Yeah.
I don't know if did JR help program?
I think that they at least.
Know about that.
I want to say I thought they like at least talked to him about.
I think they keep each other in the loop so their programming doesn't overlap as far as Syndicate and Mayhem because they're so close together.
Does that mean Angelo programmed it?
I'm just saying, like, if they were in talks of like, hey, I have this, so don't do a lot of this. Like, I could see that.
Is that you? Is that yours? Like the squeaky? Is that on your end?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's like every little bit. There's like there's like, I don't know, like sounds like a dog whimpering.
No, I'm definitely looking because there's a cat at my back door, which makes no sense. But anyway, I'm like, what are you doing here? But I don't believe there's any squeaking going on here. I can hear it though. Is that you, JY?
It's not me. I just heard it.
I did hear it. I keep looking back at Duke. Let's see, he's like whining. Anyways, it'll be a good one. It's a really cool workout. We've talked about this before. I love testing like interfering patterns, and I hate training them.
Someone literally just stepped back there to get the cat. Hang on just a second.
Nice. You just at your back door. That's fucking
straight up just came in the backyard. Yeah. Hang on.
Okay. But I love testing them, and they end up being really fun workouts to watch because I think when you have that much interference, people like you don't always know who's, how it's going to be. You can't pace it perfectly, especially this style of interval, right? Because you're trying to send it to get to the third or finish in 3, or whatever it is. So today I was going to do our endurance stuff, which was like rowing and burpees. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And so I was like, but I want to do some GHG sit-ups. So I did like a 3-3-3, or I did a 3-3-4 interval of 75 GHGs. And so I did 500-meter row, max GHG remaining time. And then, so it was like, I got, I don't know, 25, and then I finished at 25 or something like that, 22, and 30 or something to that effect. So it was good. My one of the guys watching, Carlos.
Hey.
Oh, it is. It's mine.
It's mine.
It is yours.
It's mine.
I was like, it's definitely yours. I knew it was a dog. That's why I kept looking at Duke. So Carlos asked me, he was like, hey, you want to run a half marathon this weekend? And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? And so, well, I haven't been doing a lot of running, and I haven't been doing a lot of fitness. So I was like, well, and I kind of have some plantar fascia going on when I do run. I was like, well, I can't run a lot this week to get ready for it. So I was like, what can I do instead? So I like set a 75-minute clock, and I walked in the gym, and I hit like 4 different things. I did some like sled and lunge, row and GHG, bike and legless rope climb. And I tried to do it almost like a gauntlet style, just to like keep my heart rate up. And then I finished with like a 5K bike, 1 mile run at maybe just a little faster than what our goal pace is going to be. I was like, all right, I think I can do this. My only concern is it's going to be, oh, your dog. I was wondering which your dog is named. Of course it is. I knew this, by the way. I knew that was your dog's name. We talked about this at some point.
Do you remember what it's after?
But yeah, it's the cyclist.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I laughed.
Yeah. He went Tour de Flanders this last weekend. It's a big deal. It's a monument. Don't worry about it.
Got it. Flanders, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a race in Belgium. It's actually the mountains with the hills with the cobbles that you liked so much last year. It's that race.
Got it.
Claire, there are 5 one-day races. It's just one day. They have to be over 270 kilometers, and they're the biggest one-day races in all of cycling. There are grand tours, which is what the Tour de France, 21 straight days, all the stuff, right? And there are mountains and sprints and blah, blah, blah. And then there are monuments, and certain riders are better at monuments and certain riders are better at cyclists. The power output guys who are like bigger are your classics, and those are the monuments. Because they're only one day.
Okay, so wait, it's consecutive days and it's over 100. Okay.
It's just one day. one race,
Okay.
270 kilometers,
Which
and
is 105 miles.
It's got various challenges,
which is considered a power athlete. Just like digest.
Yeah,
that
well,
state.
because it's one day, like you don't have to recover.
I know.
Sounds
But it's
very
crazy.
enduring to me.
Now, when I say one day, like these guys are like 155.
Right.
Like when I say power athlete.
Yep.
But they can
So
go
crazy.
like 900 watts over and over and over again, like for little intervals. Anyway, like that's what happened. But Tadej Pogačar, who my dog is named after, he is 146 pounds, and he is the best cyclist in the world. And he wins the Tour de France, and he climbs all the mountains. And it's unheard of for that guy to win the monuments.
Okay.
And he does. Like it's like he's like the best cyclist of all time. But he's 27.
So this all came from reference to your dog?
Yes.
Yeah, my dog.
I knew what was going to happen.
My dog
said
is
it, and I
well,
was
because
like,
we're in the middle of classic season, CJ.
Sure.
Like
I semi knew that too, as well.
I'm amazed at how many different things you can be interested in, JY. Genuinely.
They're all a bunch
because
of
you don't just get kind of. I mean, I guess it's your.
Brand,
yeah, I was gonna say. I guess it's your tism because I mean that's just. I'm fascinated with a few things, but being able to retain all of them, I suppose maybe that's what I'm most baffled by.
I don't feel like there's that many things.
I mean, I think that they're time consuming. Like you spend a lot of energy on the things that you are.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Interested in. So I guess I don't know how many there are. It's just there are multiple.
Yeah, if I get into something, I want to know every single thing about it. Have you ever done a 20-minute watt test?
I don't think so.
TJ?
No. No, but I know pretty much what I would be at. I've done a 20-minute average, like an average test. So it's like 151, 152. So you can equate that to whatever the watts are. Okay.
So that's like 230, 240.
No, it jumps a lot. I think it goes to like 260 at 151. Let me double check.
Okay.
We're trying to give context, like as an example of what this person.
Correct.
Is.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like almost 500, right?
No, it's not that. But so Brandon Luckett, his 20-minute watt test is like 310. Sam Quantz is 320. Okay, these are bigger guys, bigger CrossFit guys, just so I'm giving you context of what these guys are capable of. My best ever is 298.
Mm-hmm.
It was devastating because I didn't get 300.
Devastating.
Now, Tadej Pogačar weighs 146 pounds, and his is 440 for an hour, not 20 minutes.
What the pace is on the bike?
It's like a 132.
Yeah, wants the pace C2 bike. Here it is. Just to watch.
He did 440 for 38 minutes.
Yeah. What's Jason's? Is Jason over 400?
It's 420. It's 422.
Yeah, at 220 pounds.
Mm-hmm. So at 146 pounds, he can hold probably around 450 for 20 minutes. Because for 38 minutes, he held 440.
That's crazy. Wild.
Yeah, that is.
Wild. It's I think like the comparison. I felt like I mean, it's not even close to a comparison. You can remember that Wodapalooza workout that no one could do well in, and Jacob
Hefner did it for an hour.
Hefner did it for an hour. It's sort of like that. You're just like, wow, and it just didn't change. You're just like, I'll never forget that workout. Workout took my lunch. It was like overhead squats, thrusters, and burpee box jump overs.
No, it was hang snatches.
Oh yeah, okay, hang snatch. And it was on the 4 or something like that, or on the 3, and yeah, it was like a pretty wild amount of work, and yeah, Jason and Jacob did it for an hour. It was crazy, and then just stopped.
Such a bummer that we can't see him at the age groups this year.
I know.
Yeah, that's still quite upsetting. Which also then since you mentioned Luckett, that was cool that he went on Savon, and sounds like he's not going to make a run. Well, no, he's not going to because he didn't even sign up for quarterfinals. But had he, could have been cool to watch as well, like another OG of sorts making their way back in. But he's not.
I would like Luckett. I would like.
Is Luckett 35? Is he a Masters?
No, I think he's still young enough. He's just OG, as in he's been around a long time, and it would be fun to see him back in there. Yeah. I don't know his age, but I kind of don't think he's even that old yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, he's super fit. He's dry.
What does dry mean?
He's the opposite of washed.
I love how your wife
water's
is
wet.
commenting-
Okay.
Yeah, your wife is commenting on the nuance of.
Yeah, she's in it too. Mhm.
Oh no, she's in it. Like,
Yeah.
well, she tried to be a domestic pro for a while.
Was that something that she had been interested in prior to your existence in her
No,
life? Or
no,
I was having a
no.
conversation with next week or something like that, we'll be in Vegas for WrestleMania. And so I was talking to a significant other of another wrestler that'll be out there. And so some of the stuff we'll be doing together. And it was just funny to talk to her about how absolutely clueless the both of us were prior to being with our partners and how much it's been a learning curve, but it's been really fun.
And that's okay. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I feel like the boys' wives are like that. We're like that too.
Yeah.
Like with CrossFit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I guarantee Grace Ann was like that because Jason was just like, I think I'll get into this. You know what I mean? After football,
Right.
and they've been together since high school. So like, I guarantee you, she was like, well, he's into this thing now, and then he ended up being really good at it. Like,
I think I've even asked CJ because you've been with Perrin since well before CrossFit was a part of your life.
Well before.
And so
Yep.
during the part of the journey where you were competitively pursuing it, and like, was she ever interested in anything you were doing, or like
Nope.
impressed by, I should say?
Impressed by? No. Interested? Yeah. I mean, for sure. Like, she's a supportive partner by any means.
Yeah.
Yeah. She come to events when I asked. her
Yeah,
to,
I said
but
impressed by.
impressed is no.
That is
Never.
really funny.
Never.
to me.
No, you know, it's been this. We've been together. When I say 15 years,
I would
almost
say, like,
16.
almost 16, yeah.
And it's still my life's goal to impress my wife. That's why I stuck
That's
around.
great.
It is. She's a heart. She's a tough one. And then like Bennett like put a sticker like inside of like a very small square, almost like coloring inside the lines. And I thought she was about to lose it. I'm like, hey, come on.
All you need to be is
Yeah.
3 years old,
3 years old and cute as shit.
her offspring. So it's never
Yeah.
going to happen.
Never.
No, I'm just
Right.
kidding. I'm sure that there are things that she has been impressed by with you.
Yeah.
one of me and Leslie's first dates, she said that she could bench press 135. And I was like, I don't know if I believe you. And then she showed me a video, and the guy who was training her, like, has his hands on it the whole time. And I'm like, Leslie, you can't bench 135. I'm sorry. Like you, and like she was, she was struggling, and then he was there, and like she didn't know the difference at all. And she was like, yes, I can. And this was like the first fight we had ever had. And I was like, all right, let's go. And we went to the gym right then and there.
Oh my
And
God.
then we loaded up 135, and I picked it up off for her, and then literally walked away to the water fountain and let her get pinned for like 30 seconds. And then I picked it up.
JY.
And then I was like, can you bench 135? And then she cried. And that was like our first fight.
That's
At
crazy.
least you weren't deceiving her about your, like you weren't presenting something other than what
It's funny. It's funny we started talking about relationships. I had a question for you that I just wasn't going to bring up, but now that we're here, hold on.
Hold on.
All right,
She had
continue.
such belief that she
probably
could.
because her
You had
trainer
to-
told her she
At
could.
that point, yeah, he's lying to her.
Correct, but she didn't
and I'm
know
like,
that?
At that point, no, but I told her that.
Well, she
And at
was-
that point, I needed to prove this point that if you put pinkies on the bar, it takes away 20 pounds. And I made her say that she couldn't do it before I picked that bar up off of her. And then I was like, hey, let's work until we actually can. And then she did. It was great. It was a great day. I was like, see, you bench 135 now. Isn't that cool? And yeah.
Wild.
CJ, what was your question?
My question was, do you change diapers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you like, you change like a diaper a week kind of guy, or is it pretty even?
No, like there are like 3 days a week where like it's just me and Abby.
All right. Cool. That was it.
Now I'll change like 4 diapers that day.
Leslie's getting an army over
You
here.
gassed up. You for sure gassed up.
You are in
the
trouble.
the
Yeah.
females.
They're out on you, bro.
Listen. I needed to set a precedent. If you're going to start believing other people over me, then we will put it to a test, and then we'll see who's right. And then from then on, you will know. I will only tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you ever. Especially when it comes to performance, right? And so then that way, when I'm like, hey, that was pretty great, you know that it's great, and you can feel good about it. And the people who tell you that you're doing something when you're not actually doing something, these people don't like you. They just want your money. That's all they're trying to do.
Was this guy in the CrossFit world?
I have no idea. No,
We
weren't in the CrossFit world. We weren't in the CrossFit world. I just know how to lift weights.
He probably didn't.
Then
the number
he shouldn't
of
be training her, and she shouldn't be paying him.
Fitness professionals that don't understand what a squat to depth is baffling. So I bet he believed that she did. I don't think he was like selling her lies intentionally.
He for sure played college football and like spotted the back squat.
I tell you what, at that point, there was no more trust with her and that guy, and so it did what it's supposed to. It did what it was supposed to do. And then listen, if she wanted to be that upset that she didn't want to be with me after that, then I don't want to be with her.
And here you are.
And that wasn't the case.
Happily ever after.
That wasn't the case. I'm saying at that time, that's how I felt about it. And then instead, she decided to work hard, actually do it, and then be proud of herself.
Yeah, and she learned what it meant to actually do it, which she simply just was unaware.
And anytime, and then I will tell you, I was not, we weren't, all I was doing was playing pickup basketball and bench pressing at this time. I wasn't doing anything. And whenever I decided, when we were in CrossFit, I figured out that I couldn't do what I was doing in high school. And then when I started squatting again, every time she was like, you're not going low enough, there is no fight. She's free to call me out on whatever. And she knows now. And so it's a two-way street. You know what I mean?
We're done. She said, we're done.
But she enjoys it. She secretly enjoys it.
Well,
enjoys you hashing out your marital
being the topic of conversation. Hey, do we want to talk about your mindset today, babe? Because it was great.
Are you trying to yell through get louder through here, or just so that she'll hear you in the house?
She did great today. I was really proud of her today.
Got it.
We can let her decide if you're going to tell that story or not. We'll let that be at her discretion.
We're working on mindset right now.
At this moment, she asked you to talk about Mayhem.
When we're lifting weights.
Okay. Well, so we could go over Dave's week in review.
I definitely want to go over that.
Okay. Do we want to go there next, or would you rather want to talk about Mayhem a little bit more?
No, I think that's it. We can swing back through maybe Mayhem. Maybe something sparks our interest. Hold on, let me find the clip.
No Texas John Young with an L1.
Yes. So then we cannot take advice from me because I do not have my L1. So don't let me teach you how to do anything.
I doubt that was CrossFit's point, but I do think he does want you to have your L1, and I support him in that. We're in this together. All right. Do you want to go through the timestamps that Vicky sent us?
I'm just going to shoot to this one, and then we can come back.
Okay.
I already know where the other conversation is going to go, and I just want to talk about this one.
Okay. I don't know.
So
I've been a little busy
or well fatigued. Testing flips does not seem like a good idea. So
someone asked if they were going to test flips, which was pretty funny. They asked if they were going to test flipping, and he said no. Anyways,
you'll probably never see flips in the CrossFit Games. At the real Kevin 87, what's going on with the CEO of CrossFit? Will it be you? Also, do you know why Sevan is getting more and more unhinged as he ages? I don't think he's getting more unhinged as he ages. But I also don't watch his show, and so I don't know what he says on a regular basis. So you could be right. I could be wrong. He might be getting more unhinged as he ages, and maybe he's just getting more unhinged as his following grows and as he gets more authority. Power can influence people in strange ways, power and influence. So maybe he is getting unhinged as his audience grows. What's going on with CEO CrossFit? I have no update on that. Will it be you? I do not know. Do I think it should?
Right there. Have you either of you heard this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't watch that. I haven't seen all of it, but yeah.
All right. It's the decision to have the words that are about to come out of his mouth are very interesting.
He's making his elevator pitch.
Very interesting.
Should be me? Absolutely. Do I think there's anybody who has the background or has done all the things I've done with CrossFit and the community for this length of time? No one has the experience that I have. Nobody has the leadership in certain aspects that I've had to display over 2 decades. So yeah, I 100% think that I should be the CEO. If I am not the CEO, the question is what that means for me. What do I do with that?
Mhm.
And at this point, I'm not ready to talk about that. But it is definitely something I'm thinking a lot about. At Model,
that was a crazy clip. Like that's an insane clip for him to just say, right? It means that they're not on the same page at all. Like there's no way he would say that publicly if
Who's not on the same page?
him and the board, like him in Berkshire. Which is another reason for me to just randomly be stressed about the
future
headquarters.
of CrossFit?
Yeah, the future of CrossFit.
I mean, okay, CrossFit says here, I think Dave knows he's in the running. I think Dave also knows who else is up for the job. Who else do we think is up for the job? I guess that would be like, is there anyone else that we know of that we believe is up for the job at this time?
Sousa put out like a Chappie and a couple other people a while ago, which obviously internally it makes sense, right? Like we know that internal growth within this sport is what makes the most sense. And like someone that's already in it elevating up from wherever they're at, because there's just a lot of weird nuance to this thing, right? This couple $100 million company, and it's not you just can't run like other companies, right? I just can't run just to improve the bottom dollar, and so that makes it very interesting and challenging, I think, to find the right CEO. And I don't know, I didn't even think that it was a question, but Dave saying this makes me think that like his name is in the hat, which makes me happy, but also makes me think that like while it's in the hat, there's other people in the hat that aren't qualified, and that makes me sad. I don't know.
I think Rich should be CEO.
I mean, it sounds like he's interested in being on a board of sorts, but it doesn't sound like he's too keen.
I think CEO.
Do you think that he's interested in being CEO?
Yeah.
That's just an assumption of yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you think he should be CEO?
I think if Rich could promise, which I don't know how you promise, but that like it's not going to be, I feel like you could just do Mayhem programming is going to be what .com is, and you could just mix those two. But I think Rich would stay honest to where CrossFit came from. I don't think he would cater to everybody every single step of the way. I think it would, and I just think he would make decisions for the good of the sport of CrossFit and not so much to the bottom dollar. And
simultaneously, the sport of CrossFit and the methodology. I think he would make good decisions for both, not just one or the other.
Correct. I don't think he's just going to pour everything into one and then that, right? And maybe I don't know it all, but I've seen enough that I'm pretty done with just how the direction they want to go as far as programming goes and semifinals goes. I just think the organization of the sport is not great every single year. It's not great. And we should find a way of making it the same every year. And I think Rich would at least try to do that. Yeah. And I just think he would, I don't know. I don't care how it looks. I just want what freaking 2014 through 2020 programming wise was for the general population. That's my biggest, what I want. I think it pushed the sport to be what it was. I think it pushed CrossFit to be what it was. That's when CrossFit boomed the most. And I don't think Rich definitely has an ego, but I don't think he has the ego that Dave has. I still think he would listen if people are like, hey, this is not great. He might feel some type of way about it, but he would try to do better. He wouldn't, in the face of it, be like, F y'all, which I think Dave kind of has multiple times.
I do love that he like just recently got the feedback, I guess, from HQ about the workout that they just released about it being too much or whatever, and just being like, meh, okay. However, they came out and said that, because didn't they say that in some way? As far as like caring for sport goes, right? Because what you seem to be really interested in is progression of the sport. I definitely agree. Like any sort of consistency in the competitive season and so on would be wildly favorable to our growth, because the constant change is so turbulent for everyone involved. It's just a lot. I don't know. I think I was listening to the Clydesdale podcast last night, and I really enjoy their Sunday night show. But they were talking about media stuff. And anyway, it just kind of got me thinking, like, it's so hard to tell how much of a unicorn, like a special unicorn, do we think that we are versus like, are we really, right? Mm-hmm. As a sport or as a company, like, you know, do we think we're such a special snowflake, or are we really that unique? I don't know. I mean, obviously the methodology is incredibly special and unique, but organizationally, I don't know. Am I making sense in what I'm attempting to say here? No.
Yeah.
I think just sometimes we think we're really like, we're really,
we're for sure, we're biased. Yeah. Like we have,
we're as niche as it gets.
Yeah, I mean,
we are a small community. Sure. Yes.
Can I go down the line and answer some of the questions to my thing and get to that one?
Sure.
So I think what made CrossFit boom was that they didn't care if the business was successful or not. They wanted to just save lives. They're like, hey, we're the best thing out there, and we don't care what anybody else does.
Yeah.
We don't care to be on apps. We don't care. We don't care what anybody else is doing to be successful. Planet Fitness is the devil, and we're the antithesis of that. And then it ended up booming because of that, the non-caring about what everybody else did to make money. How successful were the Charlotte Bobcats? How successful is Mayhem? Two different things. Okay. Yes, you can say their individual thing was successful. Mayhem is a freaking empire that he created. What did Michael Jordan do after he played? Destroyed a whole bunch of businesses. That's not rich. Okay, so that was a terrible comparison. You're better than that, Kenneth. You're better than that. Okay.
You want this one?
It's not about It's not about living in the past. I think CrossFit reached way more people when they concentrated on the sport, because more people saw it. Therein, more lives are saved from obesity, disease, all the stuff. And Greg was on a mission. Greg did a whole lot of stuff because he was on a mission, right? He would try to fight Coca-Cola, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if we can get back to that. I really don't, because Berkshire's not going to fight Coca-Cola.
Well, but does it have to be fought in the way of we have a Greg Glassman? Like, don't get me wrong. His ability to communicate is so unique, and I certainly enjoyed a lot. But do we necessarily need, like, we do have the methodology. Like, he did leave us with the thing. And even if someone is not directly out there being a mouthpiece to attack big soda, whatever, like, we're still fighting against sugar. That's still on the foundation of the methodology. It's still there.
I agree. I would argue, though, that concentrating on the sport like they did made CrossFit reach more people than anything else that they did.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. I think Rich would get back to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine with, like, I don't know anything, and this is just like an opinion that's coming from somebody who doesn't know anything, right? I'm completely good with that.
So did you see that they said that they're the Mayhem Classic is going to be on PBS. Do you know anything about that? Like I'm assuming that's at least national, if not international,
PBS
accessible. Yeah. So that is something that broadly we will be able to consume, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
I think
cool.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
That's super cool.
They do a lot of cool things. They're super biased towards Mayhem, but like their whole thing is Mayhem versus the world. And I almost think they've been painted into a corner to be like that.
Well, I think that he literally said he had to position himself to where he could be secure if things didn't go well.
If things go and they could just separate, right?
Like,
totally
can you fault
fine.
a business owner for doing that?
No, not at all. Now I'm saying you can't be that if you're the CEO of CrossFit. You can have it, but you can't be that unless you just blend the two. But then, everybody goes and does what they want, right? Like and I think he would stay to that. I really, really do. I don't know Rich personally. I've talked to him a handful of times, but like not deeply or anything. But I do think he wants the good of CrossFit. And I think there's very few people who are capable of actually changing the culture. And I think he's one of them. And I think we've just lost our way.
I think his influence would, I think putting someone in the next position of whatever, like it needs to be someone who has a voice, right? Or a persona or something of that nature, right? That's currently well respected. I think trying to bring someone from the outside to make a change and like see it from a new lens. I don't know if those new lenses work too well, right? Just because they don't understand the nuance, right? I think it takes a long time.
I agree completely.
Do we need a new individual mouthpiece, or do we need a really good operator that can just like make the systems work consistently?
Well, the problem is we don't know what works and what doesn't work. That's the problem.
Well,
right?
we do know that it sounds like there's a lot of people got interested when it just came across a broadcast in front of their faces somewhere.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And the chat makes a good point, right? It's like we were the new kids on the block. It was growing. Reebok was dumping $100 million into it. And so, like when you have, like limitless pockets, it's a little easier. And so I think we outgrew it. Right. And then obviously Greg stabbed it in the back and, and so we're at where we're at now, but I think we have to, I think we need a mouthpiece. I think we need someone at the forefront because we haven't had that. Like we haven't had that since Greg. And so I think that's the direction that we need to go, not an operator, right? I think the systems in general are there, right? Like we need momentum, like we need public momentum. And I think that's the direction.
Now, an operator would cause momentum to occur. I love the idea of having a great mouthpiece, but
maybe. I mean, who's to say that?
Do you think Dave would consider himself the great mouthpiece?
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
would you agree with that?
Currently, yeah.
Would you agree with that, John Young?
That he's a great mouthpiece?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you said, does Dave consider himself a great mouthpiece? And I said, yeah.
And then I think, didn't you say, do you agree?
Yeah, I said, do you agree with that? And
you said yes as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, everything that he argues is by the book. And if the L1 is like how we drive our decisions on nutrition and sport and, advice on how we fight the fight, then yeah, I mean, he knows it better than anyone.
I agree with that, but I also think justifying your open because Colton Mertens had the highest squat that it wasn't.
I think I understand. I think that's only just a portion of it.
I think he's out of touch with
I think he's out of touch with programming. It's hard for me to disagree.
What's his job, CJ?
Well, I mean,
you just said you think he's out of touch.
Education.
Well, actually, I don't know if he's in charge of that anymore. I think there's like been ups and downs. I don't know if he's in charge of education currently.
He's involved in some way. I don't know.
I think his current technical role is, like the head of the CrossFit Games, whatever that specific words. I
don't think this is true that he doesn't watch other comps. I think he does.
Well, he used to say he did. He didn't. And I think that probably has changed at some point. I would assume it has because just of how much communication interaction he's starting to have with the boys and Sevon, that's public. Right. So, And so, you know, it's the programming that's ending up on paper. And so this is how I always come to it. Like, you can have an opinion on what you think is an appropriate test, right? Because there's a lot of opinions that are right, even his. But the one thing that I think is never something that a programmer should have come out of their mouth is something that came out of Boz's mouth and Dave's mouth in the last 2 years is, oh, I didn't know they could go that fast. And now when you are unsure of the ability of the testing pool, that's the problem. That's a huge problem, bigger than just John not liking a strength test or like it being light or whatever that is. Those things are just opinions, right? There's not hard facts. But if you're making a program, you should know where the top end is going to live, right? And not be surprised at what it is. Like, that's very important, because that means you understand who you're testing and what you're testing.
Yep.
And Dave said that more than once last year. And then Boz said it. A few people told me that Boz said it this year about Tudor and the deadlift workout. And
then 5 people beat it.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say he has always come across as someone who enjoys programming, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Right. So I do find it interesting, the idea that he enjoys programming as much as he does, and then is unaware of the current capacity of the top of the field.
I'm hoping, and this is just hope, that his relationship with the boys shifts it a little bit, right? But I think that, again, we end up in this direction every night. I was trying not to get to this point, but that is a problem for sure. There should never be a programmer, like, even if they beat your assumed, you shouldn't just be like, wow, I had no idea. Like, oh, I think this is where they can get to, right? And that will determine, the limits of the test, right? With his 3 parameters that he always talks about of how he ranks a test. Everyone should finish, half should finish, hardly anyone or no one should finish, right? And so I think that's where the gap is. And I truly only think if you threw a lot of these tests in 2013, 14, 2020 or 18, man, I think we'd like a lot of them a lot more because of what Tristan just said. I was just about to say these words. Athletes are so smart. They just need to be more creative, like 3-3-4, right? Those kind of things, or 3-3-3-4, which came from CrossFit, or 2-2-2-3 interval, right? So it's still there. But it's, I think it needs to be more creative on scoring and implements and design, right? And you can still live by, like, the CrossFit principles, right? The L1 principles and program design, MWG. But I just think there needs to be, like, right now, for us to be wowed by programming, it's just got to be a little bit more creative.
I don't need to be wowed.
Huh?
I don't need to be wowed. I just think it should be balanced. And challenging. Balance and challenging. That's it.
So he has said something to the effect before of, if he was in the CEO position, that he wouldn't also be doing the director of the games bit, right?
For sure.
Yes.
So then, hey, I mean, maybe this is his farewell tour, 20th year. And the goal is farewell to the games. I'm going to pass that off. Someone else is going to program that and run that from here.
Sure.
And then I'm going to step into the CEO position. Like, maybe that's the hope. I don't know. But I mean, do you guys, if that were to actually be the trajectory, I realize we're just,
speculating.
Totally. But do you like the idea of that?
Everyone did until quarterfinals.
Until quarterfinals. Yeah. CJ's completely right. Yeah.
Like, I want to be clear that, like, it is totally possible that you just missed the mark once. Boz has written some really, it's not the worst quarterfinals in history.
Yes, it is, CJ.
I guess.
Yes,
okay.
Quarterfinals have been great every single time.
Again, I'm 50-50 from what we're used to, subpar, from where the direction that I think they want quarterfinals to be. It's probably where it's going to be. And then they're going to rely on semifinals because they want people to have a longer season than the 3 weeks. Right. But I understand it's not what we intended and not what we thought we were going to see. And that surprises are frustrating. Right. And change sucks. And so but if it's the same way next year, and then Boz writes quarterfinals the last 3 years, and you see 60, 50, 40, 30 rope climb, GHD pistol, everyone's going to be fucking stoked on semifinal. That first quarterfinals would make the perfect semifinal, by the way. Like, copy paste. Copy fucking paste.
Yeah.
Would make the perfect semifinals. That what you said?
100%.
I remember thinking that the semifinal workouts were like just the same difficulty, but different. But different.
Weren't that
But
much
I
of a
was
step
still
up.
okay with that. I think that's fine. But obviously I'm fine with being in the minority on that.
Well, and I mean, yeah, I think we have definitely gone over that so much that the perspective at this point
I
is,
don't care to hash it again. Yeah.
but yeah, that they've just the goalpost for what quarterfinals is seems to have shifted.
This was an interesting one. So it's toward the end, and we don't have to go watch it. But basically, someone said his last comment that he read was a 75%er, right? That was frustrated that the test focused too much on the elites based on what the test was. So like you had to be so good to even see a heavy barbell or whatever, you know, like whatever that statement was. And so it was an interesting one, you know, and then he basically finalizes it with like, you know, the majority of feedback I'm getting is that it wasn't hard enough for the elites and it was probably pretty good for the mass. And then, but now someone from the mass is saying that was only for the elites, and you can't ever please anyone. And so, but if there's anyone in our space that handles it well, it's Sir Dave and probably Boz behind the scenes. Yeah.
I have a question for both of you guys.
What's up?
And I think I know how both of you are going to answer it. But I have a question nonetheless. You might surprise me. I think, because like this comment made me think of this. Didn't everybody think the pistol GHD rope climb workout was overkill for 10% quarters? Absolutely, it was overkill.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Saxon and Justin still did it in 13 minutes though. Like, and it's a 20-minute cap. Most people got capped. Like easily, like you didn't even do all the volume because you're getting capped easily,
right?
So
but then is it too much because you got capped, right?
No,
so like you didn't have access to all the volume because you got capped anyway,
right? But I'm saying that
stops
the overkill because you got capped.
Correct.
You didn't even do that much volume, and when they're still doing it in 13 minutes, I still think it's somewhat appropriate because of that.
Yeah.
I do think it's overkill. I do think it's overkill. The question is, do you think it is better to overshoot or to undershoot? Because I would say the 21 quarterfinals was an overshoot, and this year was like a glaring undershoot. And I always think it is better to overshoot than to undershoot, especially at the top end. Especially at the top end. Because we're literally trying to see what the human body is possible. That's what we're trying to see.
Yes, and at the quarterfinal stage, go ahead, CJ.
No, I'll let you go first.
I think
CJ already. Go ahead, Claire.
No, I think that like what I was actually going to say is potentially overshoot what you think that the top 25% can do, right? So keeping in mind that now we are including a ton more levels of fitness, and then overshooting. I actually agree, because as far as let's make it more challenging, let's err on the side of more challenging rather than less. Considering the pool that you're testing. That's it.
So it's overshoot for sure. That's the answer.
Yeah.
But the problem was this year they tried to find too much balance between your 76%er and your top 1%er, right? Or your whatever. And so Colton said it, like it's impossible. It's impossible.
The caveat that you put in that, Claire, makes it difficult.
Yes.
Because you can't. What's just about? Like, go ahead. Like you're saying, we're saying the same thing.
It's a large percentage of the population.
You can't overshoot for just the top 25%. You basically you just got to put out a test for the top and then see how everybody does. It's just,
right.
But you guys have given examples of ways in which to make it dated and things like that. So like
that's the problem.
There are ways to make it better.
They overcorrected from 23 when they had a 275 clean to start the workout, right? And no one wanted to do it.
It's my best workout.
And so And so, anyways, so
Go ahead.
so because,
Congratulations.
like JD just said, the quality, unfortunately, has to be dictated by the volume of people that are doing it. Like that's an influence. Even if we're looking for the fittest, how many people are signing up is important, right? And if you oust 20% of the 25, or what would that be? 80% of the people in one workout, they can't do anything. No one's going to sign up, right? And so
You're meaning the beginning, right?
yeah, right. And so, but with that said, it's not hard to take the test that we saw and just make them a little harder. We did. Like if you would have inverted the workout, like the deadlift workout, 3 rounds at that last weight. Now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. And that's just like, I mean, the smallest changes. And so, right.
Undershoot.
Yeah. Undershoot all the way to this. And so, well,
that's where I'm baffled too. I like really.
Right. Well, but then there was no care in the world how many signed up, right? Like you were just, it didn't matter what you did.
Why?
And so
why was there no care?
Because that was where we were. It didn't matter. We were growing at an exponential rate, no matter what, right? Like it didn't matter.
I think they correlate.
Sure. Yeah, they correlate for sure. But we're at a point now where, like, we have to try to maintain the bottom, right? The bottom. That's it. We have to try to maintain the mass, and so that's the challenge. And I think they're at a point where finding that balance between all of it when you have these large scale competitions is harder than it seems. But it does seem like the simple changes to the workouts could have been whatever. Right. Exactly. Carolyn, words is coming out of my mouth. A couple small things I think could have made these better and still allowed everyone to play. Right. Like turn it into an AMRAP.
I mean, we made very small changes in the last
exactly.
episode.
And so correlation is not causation, right? But they're, they move along the same path. There's usually some sort of relationship there. When it's
cause a relation.
When it's programming, it's very specific to the ecosystem itself, right? So it's hard to say that it's not any type of like causative relationship. So anyways, let's move on. I mean,
I'm not against Dave being the CEO, by the way. I'm not at all.
Let's go back to that.
I just want that to be better /fix /change. I can't stand it. I think it's the biggest problem that we have. And everybody has their own opinion about it, but that's mine. Dave being CEO, I don't like, maybe that changes, maybe that doesn't. I don't care if he's CEO or not. I just want that to change, period. No matter what whoever's in charge or gets that spot.
Yeah. So Vicky, just because I like to answer Vicky's questions, is it possible they've shifted intentionally because complexity was too high, right? Which Dave talks about all the time, right? You don't always have to make it heavier. You just get to go faster. And again, I think there is a point where that is very important, but it's not the entire point.
Every single test all the time.
Right.
And if we look at the time domains, like we hung out in this little bubble, which was interesting because if we're testing the base of the pyramid, I would think that we would see some longer time domains for the workouts. But anyway. Are we all reading that question? What?
Which one? Dave's? Dave's or Kenneth's?
No, Kenneth's. I was better when Hulk. Do you guys
this is a Claire question.
Yeah, but that's before my time. So I at least know.
This is like I would probably have the most ability because I watched a lot of wrestling back then, but I didn't understand any like the political nuance behind it. I just turned on Monday and like WCW was going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I mean the most like ingrained vision is Mankind like jumping off the cage. Like that's like my most ingrained. Like we had like 50 people over my house watching WrestleMania that year. Whatever year that was, like 99 or something like that, 2000.
That's so
it was awesome.
I was 5.
Huh?
I was 5.
Yeah. It was great. Yep. Anyways, I think Dave's being CEO is great. I think we're in a point where
go ahead.
I think it would be positive across the board, right? I think there was a point I did wear Jinko jeans, but that was before I watched wrestling. That was in school when I wore like South Pole and FUBU and like.
Oh yeah, no, we're
It's
talking.
like, yeah.
JY might actually be too young for this stuff.
I mean, I know what that stuff is, but I
Yeah.
yes, I am too young.
And so, I mean, I think there was a point in the past couple of years where Dave being CEO would have divided us even further and probably created more riff. And I think we're past that. And I think it would be a good thing for sure. I think whatever the answer is, it has to be someone that we know. Like, I think that's what it is. It can't be an outsider, or it has to be, I don't know. It can't be an outsider.
I agree with that completely.
I just can't be, no matter what their credentials are or whatever. I don't see anyone coming in and improving the situation and not having 2 decades under their belt in this already.
I think the way that he worded that there was pretty interesting. Like, I don't think there was no unclear communication in that.
No, for sure.
Very much.
It seemed like he was told he wasn't going to be.
Right. So Amy, I didn't click it, but Amy is watching, said that it sounds like he's planning his exit strategy. And that's what that sounded like to me.
Like he was like threatening, I'm going to leave if this doesn't happen.
That's
how I felt. That's how
I took it, more than like his name's in the hat. It might be in the hat, but it sounds like it's slipping out of the bill. And
I just letting y'all know.
Reached a point where he's like, I'm not going to continue to be involved if I'm not involved at the level that I'm deciding that is worth my time. Like, that's a pretty wild. I mean, he has been along the entire way, right? So for him to reach that point, who has been so dedicated to this, like that makes a statement in and of itself.
Dave there.
What
is Tyler saying that he doesn't want Dave?
He wants him to be gone. And I honestly, guys, like I'm kind of on that train. I don't, like, not in a mean way. I'm tired of the same stuff, and it's not getting. It's the same.
But you want it to be somebody that you know. So if you're tired of the same stuff, but you want it to be somebody that you know,
I think Rich should be CEO.
Okay, yeah, you did say that.
I think it's just whatever it is. It has to be someone that's inside of this space already. Gym owner, multiple gyms, successful, not just a red shirt that, you know what I mean? Like someone that's like really been in the trenches.
It's funny. It's like my best season of all time. But
remember, Kenneth, it's just because he's concerned.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be great.
He just cares deeply.
Watch semifinals be like 1 rep max clean, 1 rep max bench press.
Other total
20 snatches, 20 snatches for time at 185.
Gonna be your best there as well.
And then like 300 shuttles for time, like whatever running, like or whatever the cardio one is shuttles.
That sounds so bad.
It's shuttles and rowing, and then like ring muscle up. Something that splits it up enough, and I'm good at it to like
300 shuttles. Have you ever done anything like that?
I've done 100 shuttles for time.
Have you really?
Yeah. How'd that go? Triple it.
14 minutes or something.
I mean, I was faster than that. I think it was like 11.
That's really fast. 9 minutes.
I'm good at shuttles. Like, I don't think I'm good at 100 for time, but way better at shuttles than I am running.
Makes sense. You're a directional guy.
My back hurts more than anything.
I was gonna say, I bet
I'm back. Yep. Spinal. Okay. All right. What else is happening in the CrossFit space that's not talking about programming? Just fucking literally anything else.
We're covering Crash. If y'all want to talk about that, I know it's kind of small,
sure.
But
sick. Cool.
We're gonna.
Wait,
I think
hold on. You're covering Crash?
Yeah.
So confused on this internal situation between
what?
Well, I thought JR was on the other side of the ball. I didn't know he was on your side. I thought
JR's not on a side, man.
Yeah.
He ain't on spin. He's on Trevon.
I don't. Why would you say that?
I don't know.
Are we covering Syndicate?
Yeah, but
who's programming Syndicate?
Well, yeah, but that's not JR's.
But not
event.
just JR, right?
Yeah,
like he's involved, but it's not just him.
No, he's just him programming.
Yeah, he's just. Yeah. I mean, I assume he's running everything by Wilson. I mean, obviously, but I think
there's not sides.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right.
It's just
I would love
it's not
that.
a group anymore. There's 2 groups, but there's not sides. Yeah, that made it feel like there was sides. Me doing
Yeah,
it.
we're not to the point where we believe you.
JR is not on a side. He's just doing him.
That's awesome.
And that's all. I feel like that's what we're all doing. We're all just doing what we're doing.
I know I've seen you in the chat on a couple of shows on either CF
Yeah,
Network.
and how was I like?
Huh?
How was I like on the chat?
Your normal self.
Right. Like it wasn't.
Yeah. I actually was happy to see you there.
I
For
was, I was taking a bath and I got a notification and I was like, oh, we'll see what they're up to.
I'll pop in.
Yeah, exactly how it went.
What else is going on in this? I did send you guys a DM right before the show. If you want to pull that up, it's John Wood. So CJ, it's your favorite opinions to clash with.
Like everything, we just see opposite. But that's all right.
I think me and CJ are on the same side on this, right?
I don't know. Are you on sides?
Yeah, this.
Are there sides here
For this question?
Or are you just doing your thing? Like, what is this?
Well, a question is a lot different, Claire.
Tristan. Oh, man. I guess you guys have probably spoken about this.
What?
We've talked about this on the show.
Tristan.
Well, no, me and John have talked about this on the show, like more than once.
What?
The one I'm about to pull up.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought we had a big disagreement.
Yes, we've talked about this topic. It just was a post about it. That's all.
Yeah, I think it is hugely, for sure. I mean, I don't think there's a question about it. But I think it always has. I don't think fitness and athleticism are the same thing.
But I think what's cool
and
is
I think people get confused about that a lot. And I think a lot of good CrossFitters think they're athletic. And then whenever we
and some are.
you go play, some are for sure. But you go play basketball or football or baseball, you find out really quick, oh, you're not athletic. You're just really fit. Yep. And they're completely different things. It's also why Saquon Barkley would not make a good CrossFitter.
Right. Even though everyone says he would.
He wouldn't. He would have no shot.
No shot. Yep. Now, could he learn a lot? Like, could he learn gymnastics probably pretty well? Sure. Like if he moved, if his body would just, like if he had the range of motion, like if he had the shoulder mobility, right? I have no idea what his shoulder mobility is, but if he had it, I bet he would naturally do well at those things and
he could learn skills and stuff.
Yeah. But developing the fitness and the base of the pyramid is not.
Dude,
not
his muscles are just too big.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna last long because they're too big. Like it just is what it is.
Caroline says, waiting for the day that we test these.
Yeah.
I think definitely
Caroline
is so athletic.
Carol, for sure.
That'd
Caroline does this in her training all the time though. Right.
Yeah,
and to be fair, and this is to you, Caroline, and I have opinion on everything. And so I think it's probably one of the limiting factors, probably the why your longevity has been so strong, right? And your resiliency to injury and moving forward and being in the sport a really long time. But I do think that because it pushes that priority high and you put it in a lot of your training for a lot of the year, I think it probably limits like where the top end could be in other aspects of it. Right. Mm-hmm. That's just like, that's just from the couple Instagram posts that I see of you doing bounding work and rotational stuff, which I think are all very important. But I think this sport is pretty narrow to be really good in it. Right. Like it's like there's, it's broad, but it's not that broad. Right.
So interesting too, because as a methodology, it's as broad as it gets, but yet we could always continue to make it better. Yeah. And Dave pushed for fitness and skewed for mental toughness and endurance. So I think that was a play off of a previous, being a Navy SEAL. Anyway,
to be fair, sport, and I'm going to substitute athleticism for sport, is the last thing on the pyramid.
Yes.
I'm just putting that in perspective. Well, like for the pyramid, it's the last thing that you should develop.
So it's, I love one thing about
devil's advocate. I'm completely in agreement with CJ and that we should test it more. Go ahead, Claire. I'm sorry.
And I agree. But our sport, a beautiful thing about it is there is not a standardized test through the games, you know? So at any point or through this game season or whatever, so at any point that anyone programming simply chose to include more of these types of tests, you could just do that.
Absolutely.
So whatever percentage that you deemed to be, maybe that'd be a good question. CJ, well, you're both programmers, but maybe for both of you then, if you were to make adjustments, like obviously right now you program for your athletes who are competing in the sport of CrossFit to be good at the sport of CrossFit as it is today. If you were to try to put a percentage, since you said it's the top of the pyramid, it's there, but it's not a massive part of the pyramid. Basically, how much would you love to see this type of testing or programming in your own program design if you had that free will, if you will?
Oh, the longevity and the resilience and like the injury volume would go down drastically. If I could convince people to fucking jump train for 9 months out of the year because we're going to do a 40, dude, we wouldn't see, the injuries would be way lower, right? Because
I think we'd have a lot more pulled hamstrings, but other than that,
maybe
some hamstrings and some Achilles for sure.
I just think you're a random person that goes out and just tries to sprint. You know what I mean? Not like athletes who are training and who will do a warm up, but like it just like, all right, let's go sprint as fast.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet there will be a lot of those.
Oh yeah, the last time that I took off on one, like messing, I pulled my hamstring, but that was like
I have to
7 years ago, right? We did a 200, like a 200 all out.
I need a good warm up.
And so we did a run cycle with Coda in our template last summer, maybe the summer before, and a sprint cycle, right? And I think throughout it they had like seven pulled hamstrings, and like we did like a 5-week build, but no one wants to build. They're all racing week 1, right? But we did a 5-week before the 95% effort even saw a piece of paper, but no one listens, right? You know, that's the problem is like,
well, and the everyday gym goer they don't have that ability to recognize that 95%.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think a lack of it is from the top, because if it's
we train to the test.
One test, if it's one test at the CrossFit Games is a sprint, which there hasn't been one in a minute. That's just a sprint.
It's just a sprint.
I don't know if we've ever truly had a sprint.
2016. I mean, it's a part of a triumvirate, or the 500 meter sprint in 2021. But that's kind of long. But still, it's less than 90 seconds. So I mean, that's still
it's true. I mean,
we're still getting after it
in regards to like what we've seen
5 years ago, though.
Yeah,
right.
So direction.
Like zigzag sprint, we used to do it. Like I said, Dave was great 8 years ago, and then something happened. COVID did a toll on the way he thinks. Is all I'm saying. It's just way different now. Anyway, we don't. One test in the CrossFit Games 5 years ago, you don't need to train for it. You don't need to put it in your training. We never see it in semifinals. It's never done in semifinals. There's a bike sprints in semifinals, but you don't see any athleticism in semifinals. And then why would you? It's not in quarterfinal. Like it bleeds. It trickles down. Everything we test trickles down from the games. And we've gotten further and further away from athleticism. So therefore, your average gym goer would never train it because nobody else does. Like it's a trickle down effect.
So
if y'all wouldn't go watch the Grid League, that's all athleticism. It's all running and gunning the whole entire time.
Running and gunning like fucking Rich Fronin with some 6-shooters.
You see my story? You see my story today?
No, I missed it. Tell me about it.
It's exactly what we're doing. We're talking about
athleticism.
It's jumping.
Yeah, and so this is, I mean, so coming back to this, I think it's there. It's weird that it's not. I mean, when I've done like program the CrossFit Games for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, like just write my own thing, and every year comes up, I'm just gonna harp on it as a combine type thing that's worth a little bit of less points, right? So just make it 5 or 6 tests, all worth 25 points or 30 points or whatever it is. And so this is where, coming back to, you know, is it the test, or like have the athletes and the coaches just gotten smarter, right? Are they smarter than the test at this point? And so this is where you come up with something new, right? You throw it in there and it's like you have a jump, right? A broad jump, a vertical jump, right? Just put it on soft boxes and like have someone behind them like throw a pad, right? So you can really see what people have, and if they fall and they hit a pad, it's fine. Like there's easy
max
ways.
box jump.
Huh? Yeah, dude, a max box jump height would be sick.
Yeah,
dude, and you could just have like one box in the middle of the whole stadium, and then like it'd be black and then spotlight, right? And then you just put 2 more inches on, and then you just conga line it, and then you put 2 more inches line. Like if y'all ever watched, what was it called? It was one of the dunk shows, and then they had a bar that you had to jump over, and then you jumped over the bar and dunked it, and then it rose 2 inches, and then you just went until the next guy couldn't, and they ended up jumping over like 50 inches and dunking it. But it was like one of the most exciting things when you're like, I don't think he's gonna be able to get this one, and then like somebody always ends up squeaking out one more than they should. It would be so fun, and it's just jumping. It's just jumping.
Yeah.
No, like you said, weighting it appropriately, like Caroline says in a 13 to 15 test, weekend test, it's important. We have, Caroline, we have gotten on the right topic for her. I love this.
She's very passionate about this topic.
Yeah, but I so appreciate her passion.
For sure. But I mean, it's always been a thing. It's I thought she said like we have like recently got some we've always had like very awkward.
Oh yeah, she did say
at the top. She did.
She did not say.
No, she did. Yeah. But we've always had some very, awkward individuals at the top that are just really fit. And so, anyways, I mean, you were beating a dead horse here. It could be in. It would be easy to put in. It could increase the amount of tests. Could increase some of the variety. Can increase the balance of the test. Also, some excitement. Change up the scoring style. Right. Like this is where I'm going with it. There's a lot of very simple things that could be implemented that could throw a wrench into it, and everyone wouldn't just be able to roll into its status quo with, their predicted designs that they've probably done the exact pairing that they're going to see within the last 6 months.
Yes. Well, and if we think about Rogue having the duel, and that always being like, when you think about over the years, that's always the most watched or most exciting event, right? And so setting up the structure of the competition, that specific event, some way like that, because that is the more athletic test that we see from them. So of course it's not just sprint, but sprinting is involved. Like it's a really exciting thing. So I think even for the spectacle of it all, like you could certainly create a spectacle of testing athleticism that would be quite entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Of course. That whole thing was great.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think there's a lot of opportunity, and maybe the reins are a little released from last year, and restrictions maybe we'll see a little bit improved for the games. I just hope it's not 10 tests. Definitely hope more than 10. 10 was kind of a letdown.
I would think it would be more than 10.
I think it needs to be 12 to 15, and you have.
Yeah. Well, Dave mentioned in his weekend review, the guy commented, "Hey, I'm coming from Ireland. What's it going to take for me to get this unannounced ticket to the ranch that no one knows about yet?" And he's like, "Well, if we were going to do the ranch," and the way he answered was kind of funny. "If we were going to do the ranch, it certainly wouldn't be something that people can come to."
Yeah, it's not for spectators.
And so it sounds like they're going there. And so if they're going to go 4 days, then you will for sure see more than 10 tests, right? Because they're going to go on Thursday. So, and
they got to swim and stuff. They're not going to bring people to that.
Right. Are they swimming? Is that for sure? Is that a rumor?
No, I'm just saying it. I was the first one to say they were going to the ranch, by the way. And look at now everybody thinks they are. So we'll see.
Do you guys know what JD is referencing here?
I know what a hurdle hop is, but I don't remember.
I mean, they had hurdle hops with Fikowski, and I know Fikowski like won the event, and I forget, it was Wadapalooza. Wadapalooza, they had hurdle hops.
Oh yeah, well that was a change from a rain change, right? Yeah, hurdle hops can be good. I think it was like over a sandbag, like it wasn't a lot, like it was over a worm or something.
No. This. Oh, you're talking about the OC throwdown? No, Wadapalooza was like just little things, little guys.
Oh,
I don't remember that. And then let's see here. Benita says that love watching an O course as a spectator. Yeah, definitely. That's
yes,
a fun thing to watch.
Carolyn. I know. I'm saying I was the first to say it. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Would Rich program speed, agility, and jumping?
Old Rich for sure.
Yep.
Did a lot of it. He played flag football, like, and I think he still plays softball and stuff.
I think he would program it.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I don't think that he has it. I mean, hey, I don't believe he's inclined to make the programming that he does have influence over cater to his strengths. That's not to say he doesn't test the midline and things like that, but like they still program squat heavy stuff,
Yeah, true.
So I don't know that he biases too much what he programs for others based on his own preferences from what we've seen.
This is an interesting one. It's conversation for another day is like, who can train power? Like, is every athlete even able to train agility effectively? Like,
honestly, go play a rec league sport and then you're fine.
And
you're
so
literally training it if you just go play basketball with your friends twice a week.
And then you're at the whim of getting hit by someone else.
What do you mean?
It's just, anyway, I don't know. I'm just looking at the risk of injury and it just stresses
Playing
me.
basketball, Claire?
Sure.
You go run a mile every day.
Pick up basketball.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. Definitely. There's risk. I'm not denying that, but I don't know. Intramural sports is
all right, girl. Well, we feel very differently about that, but I think that would help everybody's agility. Literally, just go play old man softball or go play.
Maybe not softball, but
any sport.
Some sort of like offense defense sport.
Baseball's offense defense. I know you move the least amount in that sport. I understand, but you're still running and changing direction and stuff.
You do.
Wait, CJ, I'm curious your thoughts now that I totally. What do you think about that? Like intramural sports being risky.
I don't think anything has inherent risk over anything else. Like just the evidence doesn't support it. Like the most inherent risk is like being sedentary.
Sure.
And so the odds of stepping off of a curb are pretty much just as high as like rolling an ankle in basketball. Maybe not quite as it's probably pretty close actually. There's a lot of people that just step off a curb awkwardly. So I don't think
if they played basketball, they would step off the curb less awkwardly.
That's debatable, dude. Basketball players have the worst fucking ankles.
They're 7 feet tall. I'm regular people. Regular people, CJ.
I think no, I don't think the risk outweighs the reward. No.
I just think the other humans component, like you don't control when they just like smack into you at like whatever.
I mean, it's pickup basketball. So like while it's hard and you might like hit the floor, I mean, the hit itself is very unlikely to cause
for basketball
great injury.
Yeah.
The only thing that might cause that is if like you're an adult trying to play like tackle football, which people don't do, right? That's just like something they don't do ever. Or if you're in a really piss poor flag football league and they don't understand the rules, which happens, by the way. That's a real thing. People will just be coming out like throwing elbows like, hey, dude, this is like a non-contact sport.
Yeah, what are you doing? This is silly.
Grant's funny.
I just think you get good at that stuff by just playing sports. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just overly fearful with it. I definitely know a good number of individuals who will go dabble and then wind up getting injured because someone else ran into them. So it's probably just a proximity bias at that point, I suppose.
Yeah, I think O25 football is even more funny, by the way. Not U25. O25 football.
Way more hamstrings than O25.
Way more fucking hamstrings.
I don't know what you guys are
under. U25 is under 25. I'm saying O25. That's not a thing. That's not a real thing, but it would be way more funny to watch for sure. So, but now, I mean, that's just college football now. Now we've totally diverted. But a lot of people over 25 playing college football. I agree. I mean, I think people should do new things. It's certainly when the time comes with Bennett to start sports, like I'll be very happy to get out there. I just don't want him to like, everyone's like, do you want to play baseball? I'm like, not really. I don't know if my shoulder is going to hold up throwing batting practice for the next.
Don't do baseball. Travel baseball is terrible.
What do you think you want to put him in first?
gymnastics or like there's
Okay.
a like a ninja gym around here. They do a lot of
Oh,
running.
yeah.
Ooh, that'd be great.
That would be.
So gymnastics there. He does a we do like a ISR swim, but he really loves being in the water. Really loves being. He's too young for jujitsu. Jujitsu is like you still need like 4 or 5, I think. And I mean they just kind of roll around like now. So I mean gymnastics would be better because you actually get some hanging components and things like that. So once we have once baby comes, that's like my goal is to find something for me and him to do, like an activity.
Jimmy was able to start like obviously toddler level combat sports at age 3.
Yeah.
But that was, where he was. Also, JD said in Claire's defense, they had somebody run into somebody with an ACL injury. And then Caroline says the lower level you play, the more risk of injury. So it is there. But.
Yeah, sure. I don't think any of it outweighs
sedentarism.
Like
sure.
It just is more than like it would stop me. Like, oh, I'm not going to go do this thing because I'm fearful that I'm going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, those things are never going to like come into my mind. I think that mindset probably rolls in, and maybe not in your case. You're probably more unique in that, but that mindset probably rolls into a lot of their life and a lot of decisions that they make that are probably like way too conservative of anything, right?
I definitely stopped training a specific sport because of it.
Yeah.
I think you're far more likely to get hurt if you're worried about that.
100%. Well, that's also a fact, right? Like, like when you're apprehensive and you're not letting your body do at least what it kind of wants to try to do naturally.
Yep.
The likelihood of injury is higher. Fun fact, in case anyone doesn't know, Ben is a national champion bass fisherman and would probably be a world contender bass fisherman currently if he didn't start CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That is cool. Wow.
Yeah, he won in North Carolina.
I would not expect that have been.
I literally watched him, by the way, when we were in Pensacola. Like, it was cool because they went fishing for sharks. But the first night we were there, I think Katie's brother was down on the beach and like called and was like, "Hey, there's a beach."
Mako. Yeah, there was a beach baby Mako, which was
Mako shark.
Crazy.
Which is crazy, right? So that's like, he of course was like, "Yeah, no, probably not, dude, whatever." And then he wound up like FaceTime and he was like, "Oh my gosh." And it's so funny talking about athleticism. Ben does have that. And so Ben goes from the house to the beach in 0 seconds and winds up like rescuing this Mako shark, getting it back into the ocean. That was super cool. But his knowledge of sharks and so on, the little bit we talked about, I was
he was a shark fisher guide for a couple
really
summers too.
This stuff. Yeah.
That is interesting.
Very knowledgeable about it.
So
yeah. It was
anyways,
cool.
All right. Well, we hit our time cap. 90 minutes.
CJ, are you over it?
No,
I'm sorry, there was not more prepared.
I still have to work. That's the
I
problem.
wish there were more workouts for Mayhem that we could,
we
could kind of talk about Mayhem a little bit more. But
I agree.
Yep.
Is Mayhem? Mayhem's not this weekend, is it?
No, I think it's next weekend.
Next weekend. So hopefully.
This weekend I'll be competing in a thing called the Farm Games here.
The Farm Games? You're competing in the Farm Games?
Yes.
Speaking of regularly play new sports, do we assume that the Farm Games is just going to be thruster racing, or are you like ripping hay bales and like
hay bales and I don't know, it's all sorts of.
How are you scared to play intramural basketball?
I know.
But you'll go.
No, it wasn't the basketball, but playing intramural sports. Basketball was not the thing where I got worried, but I definitely I've watched enough people that I know get injured just trying to participate in intramural things, and it's freaked me out a little bit, for sure. But yeah. The Farm Games. It's like the thing that started in Carolina, and they're going to do their first.
Are you competing or are you emceeing?
I'm competing.
And no, she's there to win, CJ.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
just
trying to understand.
So I do know that it definitely is like a power output athlete situation, and so I'll do the thing, but there's also some units out there, and they're probably going to behave as such. So
sure. Yep. Totally understand. Is it in Texas? You said it's in North Carolina. What'd you say about North Carolina?
It started in Carolina, but no, it's here it's here in Austin. Sorry. Cool. So it's happening like 30 minutes from me.
Nice.
So
sweet.
Will be
training
fun.
For it?
That's very fun.
Have I been training for it? Literally not at all. I definitely am. I'm there for vibes. So
If
that's
you've
not to say I
tossed
won't.
one hay bale, you've tossed them all. They're
But I
John,
am,
you're tossing hay
CJ,
bale?
you would be proud. I definitely wrote out all of my programming for the week and actually am like working on the things I need to work on. So that's
Proud of
good.
you.
Yeah, you can thank your athletes for that.
My athletes?
Yeah, watching them, I'm like, wow, why do I? This is embarrassing. Okay.
I know I've asked you this already. Are you going to be in Alabama, CJ?
No, too close. Magic City, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I just had 2 athletes get invites too. It's like 3 hours from my house, but the odds of me being in the hospital are probably like 75%.
Oh, gotcha. I forgot. Yeah.
So, it's the week before. So no, I mean, I would have went for sure. I mean, probably what I would have told all my athletes to try and go to.
I think I'm gonna be there.
I don't even understand that statement.
Why?
No. CrossFit. Why are you going to be there? Are you announcing?
No.
What are you doing? Someone's competing.
I think I'll be coaching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be?
That's awesome.
Who's competing?
The winner.
What age group?
35 to 39. She's
Is
gonna
that
win.
Nicole? Is she 35?
No.
Oh.
Nicole's like 21.
That's what I thought.
Who is it? Are you going to disclose that?
I
or
mean,
no?
y'all, when she wins, you'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Okay.
gonna be very obvious.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. So for you, for the event roster, you've got apparently that for coaching. You've got Crash that you are doing broadcast coverage on. You have
Syndicate.
Syndicate that you're also doing broadcast coverage on.
So I think I have Magic City, Crash, first grid match, Syndicate. And they're
Cool.
straight.
Oh, because it's Crash Crescendo.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. And that's like in a month.
Soon. Yeah.
The 24th.
Of
Okay.
this month?
Maybe it's May. Maybe I got my dates mixed.
Has to be May. I don't think it's in. Well, it might be in April to get everything before.
I
May
think
1st.
Crash is April 24th.
We can just look it up. Crash.
Oh, as far as things that are worth consuming that have come out in the space, many people may have already seen them, but the
Yes. Thanks, Ben.
why am I blanking on the name of it? The something project that Justin Medeiros and his
The Relish. The
There we
Relish
go.
project.
really cool.
I don't even know what it is. I just saw what you sent, and I even read about it, and I was like, I still have no idea what this is about.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a bunch of guys that like way back when they went around and like talked to people and filmed it at different CrossFit affiliates and just kind of captured the stories of affiliate goers. And then here all this time later, now they're back together. And like one of them doesn't even go to CrossFit gyms anymore whatsoever, but he still came back together and went and did all of it. And anyway, just the group of guys, and it expanded to more people, and they just went and kind of did a road trip together. And again,
Oh, it's like a
captured
20-year
stories.
look back.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, yeah. So it's just paying tribute or just expanding on that story. So they did that then. And so this is the new version of it. So anyway, it was a really cool piece of content on YouTube, the Relish Project, Justin Medeiros. And then they did do the main recap of the finals for WFP as well. And they did that really well. I don't know if either one, did you guys watch that?
Oh, you mean the video? Like the.
Yeah. I don't know what, I don't want to
like
call it
the-
a documentary, but
I mean,
yeah.
it was. So yeah,
Okay.
it was really good. So
Yeah.
I talked to Carlos Carlos directed it.
Yep. Carlos
And
is.
so, yeah, they could have advertised it a lot better. They advertised it initially as behind the scenes, and it wasn't. It's literally a doc, like a full doc on Amy, Laura, James. Who got second? Male?
James was first.
I know, but who got second?
Oh,
Ricky?
Jeff.
No. Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, he followed them really good. I mean, it was really good.
Yep,
It was very good video. So yeah, it's the games doc for WFP, except I mean, it was probably better than the games doc this year. It was just pretty. I mean, it was really good. I was really
the guys who made it are good at what they do.
definitely.
For sure.
All right. Cool. Have a good
Are you
night.
going to look up Crash? Oh, no, you already figured out the dates. You're good.
Yeah,
Down
24, 26.
was
Roman.
second overall.
That's
Roman
right.
was second for the finals.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, I remember. Friday morning.
Friday morning. No John Young.
Dang. Unacceptable.
Am I supposed to be there Friday morning?
No, it's fine. Sorry. We talk about way more boring stuff, nutrition and
Yeah, I
sleep
force him
and-
to talk about nutrition.
I'm
It's
all
great.
about nutrition. You guys just don't want to talk to me about it.
You don't want to talk to us about it.
I would.
And hey, I only just slid it in there a little bit this week. I literally brought it up and you just said, this is not what we talk about during this time of the year.
And I
This is
never
off-season
stopped
conversation.
talking about it, did I? I went on like this big rant and I was all about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I enjoy talking about stuff that I don't have a ton of care for.
That's an interesting statement. I enjoy talking about stuff that I don't have a ton of care for.
I will push back on that and say that's not true because you usually shut down. If there's 3 people on the call or 4, you're really good at not engaging in that portion of the conversation and looking at your phone.
Am I not supposed to be? Wait, what do you want me to be like?
Well, you just said you like talking about it. So which would mean that you would be engaged in the conversation. See, exactly. Spin nose. Exactly. That was just so much full. You were so full of shit.
I'm saying if I'm included in the conversation, like even if it's something I don't care about, then I'm in it.
That doesn't make why though.
But like if I'm not included in the conversation, I have nothing to add to it.
I think at all points, all 3 of us are included in every conversation. That's the whole
I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I know what you're trying to say, and you do a good job of when you don't want to be involved in a topic, and you don't make yourself involved.
I make it clear that I don't want to be involved.
Correct. Correct.
You think that's a bad thing? You think I
sense
should?
Of self is as strong as his cleans.
You think I should like just look at the camera and act interested?
Oh, this is funny. CrossFit said you start fidgeting and look emo. That's a great way to describe it.
The answer is yes. This is a show. This isn't this isn't a backyard conversation with bros, right?
Okay.
It's still a show. It's an entertainment purpose. And so when one person doesn't engage and it's clear that they're like disengaged, the viewership, they know, like they all know for sure. So yes, we got to fake it till you make it, buddy. Always.
I don't think I'll ever make it.
Huh? Then you just got to fake it till the show ends.
I don't believe that. I think at some point you will begin to care about those things. I have hope.
Yeah, you think I'll get out of shape enough to care about those things?
Sure, or you'll get sick.
Eventually.
And I hope that you don't. I don't even want to put that out there. That was terrible. I hope that you never do.
I'm
just saying that like that will cause people to care. People who never cared before will care. That's all.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. Like I wish I could just take.
No, it's okay.
That's
I don't mind. I don't mind yelling, John.
And
yelling,
I hope
John
that
doesn't
never
bother me.
happens.
Well, how was I today? Was I okay today?
You didn't yell that much.
Great.
You didn't
No. As far as like being in it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we also kept it on topics that are.
Well, the nutrition we talked about was very specific to your.
Nutrition. I got it. I need to care more.
T-Bird says, as you get older, you will care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should say that. That's
I'm
better wording than what I said. Oh man.
I'm sorry. I will work on that.
Hey, KDL says biggest channel in the States, 190,000 subscribers, and we're still not on the list of shows.
Hey, we're growing because we were 188 when I started.
Ooh.
Just saying.
No, we were when you started, we were like 181.
So we're growing. That's actually pretty wild that you put on 9,000.
Yeah.
Not because like just the show. I'm surprised. Like for you already having 181. I am surprised.
Yeah, the open. It just goes through the open. Yeah, we're growing 10,000 every year during the open, no matter what.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
And it's just been like that since 2007.
It's 15. Well, I mean, it used to grow like 50,000. I mean, it used to grow a lot, way more. We used to also get hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. So now that shit don't fly. It's just.
And were those hundreds of thousands of views? Were those on the same style of videos that still come out today in regards to like what Ben does?
Yes, but we don't do those that much anymore. And so yes, informational, like 3 tips to do pull-ups or whatever it is. I mean, if you look up any CrossFit gymnastics movement on YouTube, WODprep is still, if not the first video, top 2. And if it's not top 2, it's probably because it's like 30 muscle ups per time. Like if you look up any tutorial movement, gymnastics, skill, anything in our space, it's WODprep always.
I think it should be too. Like, I don't think there's people, I don't think there's anything better
don't
than
do what we
it,
do.
as far as no.
I
I
agree.
think you're the best in the space at that.
Yeah, the product is ridiculously good.
No, I have a question.
Yes.
I don't know where this.
We love moments like this from JY. You never know where it's going to go.
No, I feel bad that I do that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're just bracing for impact. It's fine.
How do you, if I don't, so my viewpoint is I have nothing to add to this conversation.
Are we going back to this? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
because I'm bothered by it. I have nothing to add to this conversation. I'm not knowledgeable in this conversation. I have opinions, but they're not good ones. Like, I know that. I have a bias that shouldn't be said out loud.
Your self-awareness is mind-blowing on this topic, by the way.
In a good way or a bad way?
Well, I think self-awareness is always good, but it's crazy how self-aware you are and how reluctant you are to change at the same time.
So that's my point. Like, how am I supposed to
be
talking about nutrition,
like nutrition specifically?
Oh,
but that goes for. I shouldn't have said the last part because the last part applies to nutrition, not other topics. But that goes for other topics. Like
it does go to other topics too. I used to watch you on Sevon, like when they would go into whatever. Like
first off,
drama.
They go into like stuff I don't care.
Sure. Yeah. And so, but I wasn't really trying to dig at you that hard, right? In general, it was just more of a, there has been times when it wasn't nutrition specifically. It was just like, I don't know, something. And like CrossFit said, like, you're just like, and just like just totally out of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, on one hand, if you're trying to be a host or something, if you're contributing and you don't have anything to add, then being curious is always a good place to go. But that being said, if it's inauthentic and you're genuinely not curious about it, so be it.
That's my point. Like I'm asking you guys, what do? I don't care about it. I don't have anything to add to it. I don't.
You know what?
I don't.
KDL says we love you.
I don't have an opinion. And I'm happy that you guys have opinions. I'm happy that you want to talk about it, but I don't want to be like that. See, I get like, I don't want to be bad for the show. Like, so
you're not, dude, stop. Oh my gosh. Did I hurt your feelings?
How do I do? Well, I want to be better. I'm asking you, how do I be better?
I think it would be on Claire's thing would be curious, right? Like you can have
but what
knowledge.
if I'm like not curious at all? I don't want to know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being honest. I mean,
that's like, that's a super honest thing. I don't know how to answer that because that isn't in my DNA. And so like whatever, I can't just be like, nah, I don't care about that. Like if it's here and we're talking about it, I like to learn about it all or debate about it all or whatever it is. And so I don't know how to answer that.
This is great. For the sake of being a host, something like what CrossFit said is a wise play. However, at the end of the day, also I think that what makes you is just I don't think we need to go fixing anything. And so you can just continue to turn into a screensaver or whatever it was that you did last week when I wasn't watching you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Whatever you did with your face that sent CJ last week that I still don't know what happened. I didn't go back.
You just go back and watch it.
No,
I had two people ask me about it.
I'll have a stroke if I do that. No offense. But like it kind of hurts your neck to like do it.
100%.
I need to go back and watch what you did.
Yeah,
I feel bad about
two people watched it. They're like, is JY okay? Did you talk to him? I was like, yeah. They're like, was he having like an exorcism? I said, 100%. Demons were coming out. No doubt.
And now I'm figuring out that I'm a terrible host for the show.
See, oh my gosh, that was funny. Feelings. Yeah, you're a great host. Whatever.
I hurt his feelings.
You know that you're a value add, and if you need that affirmation from us, we'll say it here.
No. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want to be bad.
It was scary. People really. Wow, I need to go watch this.
The clock's so mean. Always
No,
relentless.
I actually saw some stuff Clock said about me on somebody else's page. So I don't care for him very much, whoever it is. You can have you're entitled to your opinion, man, but I don't care about you very much. I don't think you're great.
All right.
Strong opinions.
There we go.
Honesty.
I appreciate it. Well, John, I love every bit of you on this show.
Oh, so
I'm
sweet.
not.
Your feelings are hurt, and now I feel bad.
My feelings aren't hurt. I just want to be better.
It's good. Though it's what it was.
Oh,
You know?
CrossFit needs to know. You can go ahead and give him some affirmations.
You're 50-50. Sometimes you're fine. Sometimes I don't care about you.
We watching hoops or what?
Like there's
how was
sometimes I really like you, and then sometimes like I don't care for you very much. I don't really I don't try to pin you down. You're kind of a chameleon, but also in that way, like I can't like you very much because of that.
Because his knowledge base?
No. I love that part. No, he just sometimes he's mean, sometimes he's nice, and I just don't know what side he's on. Not that there is sides, but you know, I see him flirting with everybody. He's with everybody.
Right.
You can't be with somebody if they're with everybody.
CrossFit, are you a level 4?
No. There's no way a level 4 has this much time on their hands. I don't think the person
So
currently.
CrossFit, are you a level 4?
I don't think so. He won't answer it. Anyway,
he went dark.
he went dark.
Like Kenneth
it does
is right.
take a little bit. It does take a little bit of JY.
I'm really waiting for
JYBarbell.com.
CrossFit, don't answer. No,
I got billed. My free trial ran out. I was like,
all right, good
it
deal.
Was like, it hit today, and it was like John Young has charged you, blah blah blah, and I was like, what? I was like, oh yeah, I still have access to it.
Do you can cancel? Just take it out of what you give me.
Perfect. Yeah, all the donations that we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not G enough to say.
Did you cancel it?
Huh?
Did
No.
you cancel it? I don't want to charge you again.
I like to peek at it.
Okay.
I find value in it. So promo code CrossFit. All right. Anything this week that we should be watching about?
I might do that.
That'd be funny. That would be pretty funny. Anything this week we should be looking out for?
Paris-Roubaix is on Sunday.
What is?
Paris-Roubaix. It's a third.
Is that another race? Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna send you the link because I think you'll enjoy it.
Perfect.
Is barbell spin on Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday. His kid had a track meet 2 Wednesdays in a row. We're done with that. I told him to quit track. No more track meets on Wednesday. So we're good. We're back on Wednesday from now on.
Cool. Okay. So we'll watch out for that.
Yeah.
We have our Friday morning show. Other than that,
I thought
it might be a quiet week. There's always Clydesdale for lunch. Tons and tons of shows.
Dude, did you know? I was watching Clydesdale last night. He's at 1,352 episodes as of yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You did.
Dude,
crazy.
He's hard not to root for.
Yep.
100%.
And his channel is growing. It might be growing at like the slowest rate of all time if you look at when he started.
Well, it was pretty stalled, and then he got some pretty solid love from all of you guys in the season last year.
We just admired the work you put in.
Yeah. He did. But he got a lot of love from a lot of other channels, and that's what kind of sparked his push. And then they started having some consistent momentum because he never misses, which is amazing. Good for
and that
him.
should have happened sooner than it did.
100%, no doubt.
I think even Dallin gave him props, which had to feel good. I just admire hard work that people.
Yeah, I think didn't they put him on Media Hill?
They did.
Yeah, we didn't even get on there.
All right. It's okay.
Yeah, I remember when I
heard about it. It doesn't bother.
I remember when I made my parody.
No, I just want to be on there. I can't say that it wasn't unjustified. I just want to be on there.
When I made my parody of it.
That was real. That was such a good bit.
Dallin texted me during the show. He goes, "We get it. It was bad." Like, he was genuinely upset that I hated it so much.
That's true. It was immaculate how well you stayed on track with the way that they went about it.
I was motivated.
You spent some energy on that.
I did.
Jeff, this is fundamentally incorrect. The last 2 years we have live podcasted from the age group games. Just to be clear. Just come on.
Okay, question for you. I don't want to get your feathers twisted in a knot. Who do you think has covered the Masters athletes more, you or Clydesdale? WODprep or Clydesdale?
Oh, for sure Clydesdale, but I mean, we cover it because like we're associated with it from a programming perspective. Yeah, our athletes are there. Yeah, we're there as a vendor and a sponsor. We're not a media company. Like we create content, but we are not a news media company by any means whatsoever. This is as close to news media as we get, and it's only because Ben lets me do it. He's like, yeah, do whatever you want. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And so I just like to get on here and talk shit on the internet.
It's how things grow, though. I mean, it is.
I've been watching this new show, Prepping the WOD.
God, fucking Sevon said
someday.
Times.
That was so good, by the way, whenever they did the update show and Bryson went at him and was like, how are you going to recall details like this? And it was all the people who did the first ever 100 or 1,000 or whatever, right? And he had like a crazy recall.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, and here in a second, you're going to ask about the 3-3-3-4 and like what that means. I think
it's all a ruse. I think it's always a ruse. It's
always a bit.
Yeah, I think it's always a bit. 100% of the time, to at least when the camera's on.
He's so good at it.
Yeah, but because it's the point is he's never the expert in any conversation. He only brings the experts on, especially when they're talking about anything sport. So I always think it's a bit, personally.
It's pretty funny. He's pretty good at it.
I mean, John would probably know more than I would, but I know John doesn't care to talk about that. So,
I think he's great at interviews.
Yeah,
I got nothing bad to say about Sevon.
And so I've always thought that like he plays Joe Rogan, like he just plays as dumb as possible, and it just allows the person they're interviewing or the SME that they have on the show to really express what they want to express, and Sevon not to interfere with that, even if he pushes back on it. I think it's calculated.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's far smarter than he wants people to know.
Yes,
for sure.
I don't even know if he's trying to hide it by any means, but so I don't know that those actions are trying to hide how smart he is as much as they're just smart decisions. We'll finish this. I had a huge plate of spaghetti. I made some meat sauce earlier today and it was simmering like all day. It was so good. But I ate way too much. I worked out really late and I hadn't eaten much during the day, and I came home and then we made a pound of noodles and I ate like almost all of them. I'm so full. Oh no! Right before this,
I'm so uncomfortable. I need to get up. I need to get up and like stretch my belly.
Well,
that's an appetizer.
On that note, let's let CJ go do whatever he's gonna do. And
I do need to walk. All right, we'll see you guys on Friday. Have a great one. Thanks for being here. Long show, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.